Hello everybody and welcome back. In this video today I'm going to be talking about a care guide on silver dollars. Silver dollar fish. They're these guys, those guys, that guy, that one. Yep. Silver dollars come in a very big variety of different fish. They're very neat. They can grow quite big. I think they can grow maybe up to a foot. I'm not too sure on that. Like I said, many different shapes and sizes, so they can all grow a little different. Some grow more oval shape, some grow more circled shape, all that kind of stuff. And I got a good example right here. You can see this guy, how he's more of a circle, and just wait till the other one comes out. You can see how this guy's more of an oval. Now, silver dollars, their body is completely silver with like a red, with their bottom fin being red. Now, it doesn't have to be red all the time, but that's generally what you're going to see. Now, I got a good couple varieties here that are great for anybody. This is probably what you're mainly going to find at your pet store. This kind right here, the oval-shaped ones. They're the most common, probably the cheapest too. Originally, I think they start out with black spots, and then eventually they lose them, or they can keep them. But they're very nice fish to keep. They aren't like, they might look like, some people might say they look like a piranha or in that sort of family. I don't believe they are. I'm not quite sure, but they are nowhere near as vicious. They're barely vicious at all. That, they might chase something real quick, but that's just it. Just because it's probably bothering them. But otherwise, they try to they try to just be friendly. They're a very friendly fish. They're very good for, like, I would say, either a decent sized community tank or a not too aggressive fish tank. Like, say you have, I don't know, big flower horn in there and you're able to get them to keep with other stuff. I wouldn't keep silver dollars with them just because they won't really defend themselves that much, or they'll just be so timid they won't do anything to them. So, yeah, silver dollars are a very nice, very cool fish to look at. Now, some go by a different name, and as you just saw, these circular ones, they can go by the name of red hooks. And clearly you can see that because it has that little red fin at the end. It almost hooks. Here you go. These guys are bigger. They're much easier to tell. As you can see, these are actually tiger red hooks, or tiger silver dollars. But so that's when you can obviously see they got stripes going along their sides, so that's why they're called that. But yeah, they're also a very unique one. They're actually a lot more expensive because they're more desired for how they can look. He has some nice striping there. When he gets bigger, or maybe that's all how it'll be, they'll even get darker. You got a little half one right there in the middle. But yeah, these are a very great fish to keep, in my opinion. They're very easygoing. They'll generally accept any food you give them. The one thing, though, is they do get big. They aren't a small growing fish. Like I said, they can maybe get up to a foot depending on the size you get, but like those oval-shaped ones, those are probably the foot-long ones. But that is not the big part about them. The big part is how big their body gets. Not how wide, but how, I guess, high they can get, or like a little bit of both, a little bit of width and height, but not in if you look at straight at them, how like chunky they are. More like they'll be very thin like that, as you just saw. If you did see that, they'll be very thin, but they'll be like, I would say, if you can guess how big that is, they'll probably be of a very big oval shape like that. But that's full grown. Takes a very long time to get that big. So there's no worries on that. Uh, they are a tropical fish, so I would say water parameters They probably like their pH around almost any other fish, kind of like a 7 to 8-ish. They're a very forgiving fish. They're a very hardy fish. And I've had diseases in this tank. I've had ick, and I've had some other stuff too. These guys never got sick. They are a very hardy fish, and if you are starting an aquarium and it's a little bit bigger than your normal ones, like I would never recommend putting them in a 20 or 30 gallon. Maybe if you're growing them out, that's fine, but I would definitely recommend putting them in at least, like I said, if it's for grow out, or at least if you want to keep them in there for a lot longer, a 50 or 55, which eventually they'll have to be put in a bigger one. But I would say in the end they will probably need at least, if you keep a big school of them, or if you just keep one, then I would guess maybe a 125, maybe a little bit smaller, but I would definitely recommend at least a 125 just to keep them nice and happy. And they are a schooling fish, so generally you really couldn't keep one, because with schooling fish, they don't do well in groups of one. They get sick a lot easier. They're almost always stressed out, so that is not good for them. So basically, you're going to have to at least buy two. I would say two would be okay. But yeah, so other than that, a very easy fish, I think, to take care of. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you next time.